You need to go back.
Back where?
Crawl.
Crawl space?
Halfway there.
Halfway through the crawl space?
He's dead. Whoa.
Nick Groff was here last September, and I got to work with him for 3 days. They had a guy doing ground penetrating radar, and they found 5 graves. Now, we'll never know whose graves they are. They could be a family, they could be from the brothers, but we would have to get somebody to give permission to exhume the graves, which would entail knowing who they were to get permission from the family. And if there was any foul play with something that they found, they would have to shut down and do an investigation, and it's not worth it. Dan wants to stay open year-round, and can you imagine if that was from 1853, how long that would take? Now, he could see the outline of 3 pretty solid, like, casket type anomaly, and then the others, like, almost as if the casket either had caved in, but there was, I can't explain ground penetrating radar, but this guy was phenomenal. Oh. And then they had divers go in the pond, and they did find a human femur. So there's been a lot of death. When the Warrens were here with the psychic that they brought, he had picked up on like 500 deaths, but there was a bloody battle with the Iroquois Seneca and the townspeople right out there by the fire pit. There's a Indian burial grave up over the hill that you can't get to. For the first time I think it was probably this past September, I was sitting out at the fire waiting for the team to come in, because I don't come in here alone, waiting for the team, and I actually for the first time heard the Gregorian chanting. I had never heard it before, and it was frightening and peaceful at the same time. It was such an enigma, because it was like, it's not supposed to be there, but at the same time it is so beautiful.
The first owners were Richard and Ian Everett. It is told that they made the Hinsdale House an inn and would steal and murder the people that would come to the house for rest. They would kill them and store them in the basement or crawl space. A young woman who was pregnant named Elizabeth was killed by them and hung at the hanging tree. After Richard and Ian lived there for about 100 years, the McCone family used it and the land as a farm. It was eventually sold because the family couldn't afford it anymore. July 28, 1970. The Dandys move into the Hinsdale House. Clara, Phil, and their 4 children, Mike, Beth, Laura, and Mary. For 4 years, the Dandys lived there, and their lives were changed forever. When the Dandys first moved in, the windows were black with bees. The Dandys, as well as others, have seen other ghosts in the house and on the property. Mike, Laura, and Mary were in the living room one evening when the dogs started barking. They looked out the window and saw a boy around the age of 16. The boy seemed to not see the house or hear the dogs barking, but walked towards the pond. When he reached the pond, he disappeared. Could the boy the Dandys saw be the ghost of a young boy that had an accident on the property? Alfred Warren Emerson was 16 when he met his tragic death. He was helping his father cut down a branch in 1942. Alfred was struck in the head with the saw when it got stuck and with immense force went into his head, causing traumatic injury. Alfred passed 3 hours later at Cuba Memorial Hospital. Alfred frequently makes his presence known to those who visit the Hinsdale House. A sharp letter opener was found in a big family painting and was directly at the heart of one of the girls. Constant rattling of the cellar door latch. There is a smell of perfume in Mary's room, and also pipe smoke smelled near Beth's room and in the bathroom by the cellar door. Mike's room. Mike's room was located off of the kitchen as soon as you walk into the front door. July 30th, 1973, Mike has a friend stay over, and all night they could hear something being dragged around in the kitchen. We heard the same exact dragging when we were investigating Mike's room. Could this be one of the victims of Ian and Robert after they killed them from the hanging tree and then put them in the crawl space or basement?
Can we confirm the yes pattern, please?
Our investigation in Mike's room. Dowsing rods are one of the many pieces of equipment we use when we are investigating. The spirits use energy to communicate, and they can use the rods to move them when we ask yes or no questions. Here we ask if they knew the Dandys. You can see that Terry's hands do not move at all when this is happening. The spirits are the ones that are moving the rods and responding intelligently.
Okay, this is the yes pattern. Can you show us the no pattern? Thank you. Is there somebody here from the Dandy family? Did you know the Dandy family? If that's a yes, can you bring them all the way back? Thank you.
Another piece of equipment we used in Mike's room was the Ovulus 4. The Ovulus 4 has a word bank and converts energy into words. This device makes it easier for spirits to talk to us. When we were in Mike's room, we caught Troop on the Ovulus 4. In Clara Danny's book, she talks about how Mike actually joined the Navy in 1974. Mike ended up passing away from a blood clot on January 27, 2017, from an accident he had when he was younger. Is it pure coincidence that we got this while we were in Mike's room? Could he be trying to contact us?
Can you tell me who you are? Can you point?
Angel? Spirit?
Angel. Yeah. Can you confirm that you're an angel? Thank you.
Did someone just whisper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you here to protect us? Thank you. Do you have a message for us? Thank you. Can you tell us what that message relates to? Safe.
That we are safe or we're not safe?
Is this about our safety? If so, can you circle? Thank you. Should we be concerned about our safety?
Okay.
Thank you. Can you protect us from this danger? Thank
Yes.
you. Can you tell us who it is that we need to be worried about?
Ghost.
A ghost? Is this a dangerous ghost? Thank you. Is there a certain spot in the house that we should avoid? Thank you. Is that spot upstairs?
And of course, we're upstairs. Mary's room. Mary was one of the daughters of Clara and Phil. Mary's room was connected to Clara and Phil's room upstairs. This has become to be known as the heart of the house. Bees and flies flock to this room even in the winter time. We've seen multiple flies when we were there, and we were there in February. People feel a sense of discomfort. When Nick Groff investigated the Hinsdale House, he felt drained and a very negative feeling in Mary's room, and also got an EVP stating there is no heaven. Nick hears a loud banging while in her room that shook the whole house. Nick also hears 3 knocks and dragging sounds. When we were doing our investigation, we witnessed all of this. We literally could feel the house shake when we were all sitting down in the living room. Hey guys, so we're still at the Hinsdale House. We're actually hearing people outside. We just heard a woman's voice outside.
Is this a dangerous ghost?
You just did for the whole house shaking upstairs?
Yeah.
Wow.
Who's upstairs?
That was fully shaking. Who was just shaking the house?
Freaking me out. I felt it. Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah.
I was looking at everyone's feet and no one was moving and I could feel it.
Is there anybody here with us?
Laura's room. Laura seemed to be the most affected from the house. One day Laura was at her friend Charmaine's house and they were swimming in Charmaine's pond. Charmaine told Laura to be careful and not to swim too far out. Laura then stated, "It's okay, I know I'm going to die young and it doesn't matter because I have seen everything anyway." Laura didn't seem like she was acting like herself when she said this. September 19th, 1973. Father Al had good news for the Dandy family. Alex was a well-known psychic that did lectures and he agreed to come to the house to see what he could pick up. Father Al and Alex toured the house, and Alex looked at Clara and stated, "Did you know you had a mass murder here?" He then explained how he sensed multiple spirits there. September 19th, 1973. Father Alphonsus Trebold of St. Bonaventure performed a mass in the kitchen to help the Dandies. Things settled down for a while, but then later on an exorcism of the house was performed in the living room. It didn't work. Soon after, everything amped up full force. Father Al apparently told the family the best course of action is to get out of there. He went on to tell them, "Some ground is just bad. No one knows why. Just leave as soon as you can and take only your own things with you. Don't discuss your plans inside the house. This place is just a hole to hell." October 17th, 1974. This is the day that the Dandies finally left their country home. Clara's feelings were not all relief of living this home that literally haunted her family for years. Clara also had the sense of failure and sadness. They put everything into this house. They had no choice but to leave. The Dandies after Hinsdale. Clara and her husband Phil divorced in 1980. Phil remarried and has a daughter. Beth got married to a man named Tim. Mary was married to a man named George. When the family left New York, Laura had a lot of mental problems and bad health. Unfortunately, Laura was right of her prediction of an early death in August 1973. September 1st, 1992, she passed away by pills. She was almost 32. It is unknown if it was accidental or planned, but hopefully now she is at peace. Perhaps she knows what finally happened at the house. A shooting at Hinsdale. In 1999, two brothers had an argument. According to police, Danny was shot at close range. When I first visited the house, I saw a solid figure of a man wearing jeans, boots, and a flannel shirt carrying a gun and heading up the stairs. Could this have been Danny?
They were fighting over a girl. They were both drunk. They went for a walk in the woods, and for some reason, the one guy had a shotgun and maybe they were like squirrel hunting or something too. And this fight just was more opportunity than anything between the booze and the anger. But I don't think he took him out to the woods with the intention of offing him. It was just that he happened to have a gun for whatever reason.
According to the Buffalo News, the Misnicks moved into the house in 1986. They died within 2 months of each other in 2010. The house remained empty until Dan bought it in 2015. Today, Dan has opened the house to paranormal investigators from all over the world to experience what lives in the walls of the Hinsdale House.
You could see something just like move or like fall, you know what I mean, just to capture that.
Did you pick up the ball?
You left it downstairs on the couch.
Oh, that's right. It's a female.
Yeah, that's what I heard earlier. There's a female up there. What's your name? Father Al, if you are here, can you protect us? What is it?
You know?
Is that you, Father Al?
The bed just moved.
I saw it.
I just heard it felt a shake.
You should be still alive. Are you alive still?
Yeah.
bed just shook when I was on. I could feel the whole thing
I
shake.
saw it move.
I'm getting the chills.
Just hide here from the government.
Now what is that thing? It's just a microphone. I'm just gonna test it right now and see.
Should we turn off all the lights?
This on?
Hey guys, so we're still at the Hinsdale House. We're actually hearing people outside. We just heard a woman's voice outside.
Alright, July 2nd, 2020. It's written here. We heard a car on the gravel road several times, but saw no headlights. Also, heard chanting out back by the fire. And, one point, heard talking outside the living room windows.
Which we just heard.
Which we
Exactly,
duplicated
that's
it
right.
tonight.
Yep.
And we've heard the cars.
Yep.
Oh, that's the one you put.
Okay, we're doing a spirit box, and with this, Mike is not going to be able to see or hear us, so we're going to ask him a series of questions and see what
Did I have those on
comes
the
out.
list?
What's your name? Is there a message you want to tell us?
Where are you?
We're in the living room. Where are you?
Wait,
You
was
have
that
to
a
wait.
Ooh.
How long?
I don't know.
Who are you?
It's on fire.
What's on fire?
Who was that? See it?
See what?
We are.
We are what?
Bring them.
Bring who? Father Al?
Energy.
It's pretty good stuff.
Who's here with us?
Bella here?
Need to go back.
Back where?
Crawl.
Crawl space?
I ain't going back there.
I can't even fit back there.
Halfway there.
Halfway through the crawl space?
What's there?
He's dead. Whoa.
Wow.
Who? That's where they used to put bodies.
Yeah, that's where they put the bodies.
Okay.
What?
What's the matter?
Someone was just going like that on my arm. That was weird.
Bye.
Goodbye. You don't want to talk no more?
Paul.
Paul?
Paul Kenyon?
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
What do you think about that little ghost there in the ceiling?
Oh, what the fuck was that?
That's what you don't like about that little ghost up there? You don't like that ghost in the ceiling?
That gave me the creeps.
Are you with us still?
Coming.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Who's coming?
It.
What's in the kitchen?
Stop it.
Practice she's laughing.
Motion.
Motion?
Life.
Goes all the way around for
In.
us. Where that goes? All the way around circle. Go around the
Borrow.
whole circle.
Run.
Run. Who should run? Who's running?
Who should
Number
run?
13.
Number 13.
Yeah. More.
More names?
Be nice.
Should we go to the basement?
Oh.
Good idea that we go to the basement tonight.
Adam.
Adam.
Power.
Power.
We need more power?
Who needs more power?
Oh.
Oh.
Run fast.
Uh-oh.
I heard something. What? I heard something.
You heard?
Kid or outside? I'm not sure.
It said run fast too.
You did, it did.
What's going on?
She was in the kitchen and he said run fast and she
said run fast and she come running in there.
And I didn't hear what you were
I can
saying.
hear the feet. Falling.
Bowling?
Falling.
Oh.
Mama. Hello.
Hello.
Voices.
What is it?
Electric.
Should we go back upstairs?
Frozen.
Yeah, we are frozen.
Target.
Who's a target?
Glance.
Who's the target? Should we go outside? Oh, no.
Don't.
Okay.
Okay.
So we shouldn't go outside then.
No.
Wow.
Then where should we go?
Yeah, that's the direct answer.
Where should we go? He wants to go in the kitchen?
Please.
Is Mike back?
Leave.
Who do you want to leave?
Give us a name.
My temperature.
44.
44. It's like a 44 pistol,
Oh.
maybe?
What's 44?
This name?
Maybe? I don't know.
Should we be afraid?
No.
Wow.
The hell? Can you tell us your name? Did you tell us your name?
Tony? What?
Tony? Who's Tony? Who's Tony?
Who's Tony?
Don't do that.
Do what?
Who's Tony?
Jim.
Jim again. Wow.
Where's Jim? Where's Jim?
Growl.
Growl.
Where did Jim come from?
There's lights
Lights.
outside.
Did we put the cones up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a car out there?
Is it scary here?
Gone.
Who's gone? What's gone?
Evil.
There's no more.
Jim.
Jim again.
Jim, why are you here with us? Is this the same Jim I was
I
communicating?
heard give something. I don't know what the rest said.
Give a message?
Fuck you. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, she said you'd hear that.
Yep.
Especially from Jim.
Was that message from Jim?
Well,
Well, what?
Was Jim here already?
heaven.
Heaven? Jim's in heaven?
Well, said he was an angel.
Probably.
Well, why is Jim here?
I need help.
Jim needs help?
I suppose.
Footsteps.
What?
Footsteps. I just looked to see if anybody's feet were
Oh. You heard
Footsteps.
footsteps upstairs?
deep footsteps on the backside.
Is there Native Americans here with us?
Mine's right there. You want to grab it?
Maybe.
Yeah, you put it in the kitchen or something?
Where are they? Where do we find them? Is Danny here with us? Is Danny here?
Leave. Demonic.
Oh.
No.
Is Danny demonic? Is Danny bad?
I hate when it says
Who's
that.
demonic?
Yes.
Who is
David?
demonic?
Run.
Did Danny try running from
Wait.
Okay. Someone else gonna talk? Where's the bad things at?
What did you see? What?
Something behind Debbie's head just lit all up all weird.
Anthony.
Okay, Anthony and Tony has come through.
Yeah.
Same person.
There's no lights out.
Hmm.
I'm freaking out.
Sorry, I
I
didn't try
heard-
to, but I seen it go.
I heard tapping of feet just before you did that.
Yeah.
Did anybody tap their feet?
No, I don't move mine.
He moved his foot like forward.
This was a tap tap.
Oh. It's got really cold all of a sudden.
Yeah, it is.
Is there someone in here affecting the temperature?
Do you have a temperature gauge thing?
Movement.
Who's that? That's me.
What?
Who's me?
Just got really cold all of a sudden.
Yeah.
See? He just said it too.
Yeah.
Who did that to Adam? Who's here making a cold? Who's here with us?
It's me.
What's your name?
Sound like a woman.
I'm shaking, like I'm freezing.
Is there anybody from the Dandy family here?
Hello.
Well, hello. Who is this?
Who was it that made the family leave? Who was so bad they could scare the family that used to live here, the Dandies? You remember the Dandies? Do you want to talk to someone?
Possibly.
Who scared them?
Hey, Mike.
Hello.
Oh.
Who am I talking to?
It's intelligent.
Who am I talking to? Yeah, my name's Mike. Can you tell me your name? Who's here with us?
Adam.
We know you're using Adam as a conductor. Who was here talking?
Living room.
We are in the living room.
Yes, we're in the living room.
Who's in the living room with us?
I know.
He's laughing?
You're dumb.
Oh my gosh.
Oh dear.
Who are we talking to?
Hello.
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 Who do you want to
Hey
know?
there, Mike.
What?
Oh.
Hey there, Mike.
Hey there, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want Mike to go to the basement?
Who's that moving?
Who's moving?
Who's moving?
Who's moving?
Oh, Terry was moving her leg.
Where'd you like us to visit you?
Motherfucker.
Oh.
Yeah, she said you'd hear a lot of that.
Who you say that to? Who you talking to?
You.
Oh. He's getting some really good stuff.
Fuck you.
Boy.
You talking to Sheila now?
Why are you being so mean?
I know it's something.
You're scared of us being here? You scared of me?
He's getting big.
She said that's a popular words.
Chris, what's the temperature over here?
I know, I'm freezing. I'm like shaking.
I
My
am
feet are
frozen.
Get out now.
66.
66?
It feels way cold.
65.
Yeah, it feels cold.
Are you
I'm, like,
making it so cold
shaking.
in here?
Mm-hmm.
66. 58.
Oh, wow.
I told him my feet
Right
are
now.
freezing.
Is there somebody over by Terry?
I feel like there's a breeze.
Who'd you like to talk to now?
None, mate.
What?
Non-mate.
Non-mate?
Mate.
English?
Yeah.
Is there anyone else you'd like to
Is
put the
he a pirate
headphones
now?
on?
Yeah.
Is there anyone in here with us?
And the display just going right out on this.
Yeah.
I don't hear anything. Can somebody speak to us?
Does no one want to talk now? You scared of Sheila?
Maybe they'll read it now.
Anybody want to say anything to us?
there anyone here you're afraid of?
Father Al, are you here with us tonight? Did you come downstairs with us?
No.
Direct answer.
Who's upstairs? Can you tell us where we're at?
Help us.
Help us.
What do you need help with?
Who needs help?
Help us.
What do you need help with?
So who's with us?
Slut.
No. Oh.
Is that from the bed and breakfast? Back in the 1800s? When there used to be a bed and breakfast?
So that's the thing, you don't know any history from back,
Yeah.
back then. What took place.
Did they used to hide bodies in the walls? Are there any bodies hidden here? Is there any bodies in the lake?
Bones?
Where's the bones at?
I don't know.
Are there bones on the property?
Land.
On the land?
Land.
Is it up back? In the woods?
I'm sorry.
Are you afraid of us?
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of us.
Why are you afraid?
Maybe.
Hi guys, this is Sheila and Mike, and we are from Our Own Told Stories, and we just wanted to talk to you about what happened after Hinsdale.
So Hinsdale was more of an experience than anything. We didn't get much evidence. Here and there we got some EVPs and stuff, but more was more physical and just mental experience. While we were there, a lot of us could feel the house shaking, like they said. The house felt like a freight train was going on. No cars around, no trains, nothing within miles, and you could literally feel that whole house just shake itself.
Father Al, if you are here, can you protect us? What is it?
Enough.
Enough. A lot of remorse came over me a lot. I had a lot of issues happen to me while I was in Mary's room the first time. I went in there and kind of opened myself too much. I think I just said, hey, use my body as an energy source and you can try to communicate through me. And while we were up there doing that, I was in there for a good 20 minutes or so trying to get some more evidence and stuff. And I just, all of a sudden, between sitting in there, I just got completely drained, and my whole body, I just didn't care what I wanted to do anymore, and it was just a complete different person I became throughout the investigation. While I was sitting there, I just felt numb, exhausted, but I kept wanting to keep going and going, and stuff like that.
Also, I wanted to mention the first time I went to Hinsdale a couple years ago, the night before, I actually had a dream about a little girl, pretty much warning us with an evil grin. And I know Nick Groff from used to be on Ghost Adventures and Paranormal Lockdown also had the same dream. And then after Hinsdale this time we went, a couple of our members that came with us from EVP Paranormal had scratches on themselves, and then I had a scratch on my neck.
I got scratched on the side of my face, but yeah, it was just more, just the place itself, it was just a odd feeling more than the evidence we could find, and it just took over everything. We actually had to do a blessing afterwards, and as soon as we did the blessing, right before we left, I felt 100 times better. I woke right up, felt better, felt myself. The whole time we were there, Sheila and some of the other people can tell I just wasn't myself, and
You're almost angry.
Got angry. I'm a person that doesn't usually like to do anything dark, and I actually wanted to do the Ouija board, and I'm not into that stuff, and I'm like, come on guys, we gotta get deeper in. I'm like, as soon as I knew we were gonna leave, I'm like, let's just do it through the Ouija board and try this and that, and I knew mentally it wasn't a good thing to do.
That's when we knew.
That's when we knew something wasn't right with me, and I just, the whole time I was sitting there just like, felt death. Not death, but I was just deadly tired and physically and mentally tired, but couldn't function when I was there. But exactly, as soon as we got done and got the blessing over with, I was like a new person. I felt wide awake, and that was like almost 1 a.m, and after that I felt like I had energy. So the place definitely drained me, like I want to believe. It was just a very odd experience.
After we got back from Hinsdale, I had a couple nightmares for a few nights, and one of the nightmares was of a demon watching me sleep. And then the next night after that, I was actually in Clara's bedroom in her bed, and a little boy, I would probably say from like the 1940s kind of dress, was staring at me, and I couldn't move. I was paralyzed, and it kept saying that it was a demon. And I know in Clara's book, I didn't know this till after Hinsdale because I was reading her book, she actually had a little boy visit her, and she was paralyzed too. So yeah, it's interesting. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
Fire waiting for a group to come down out of the woods, and a girl that was on her first investigation was here. So we were sitting around the fire, and she's just taking random pictures, and she said, oh my god, I caught a light anomaly. And I said, oh, can I see it? And she showed it to me, and so I looked at it, and I said, I'm going to teach you something about investigating. So you always take pictures in threes. That way, if it's in one picture and not in the others, you have an anomaly. But today, embers are flying all over from the fire. There's fireflies, there's bugs. So it's probably not a light anomaly. And she was very disappointed, but I said, that's why you do that, so, it gives credence to your picture. So the girl whose grandparents lived here, the last, Flo and Joe Misnick, happened to be here that night, and she said, oh, can I see it? And I said, yeah, so I handed her the phone, and she looks at it, she goes, oh, that's my grandparents' dog. And I'm thinking she like dipped into the moonshine or something, and I'm like, Jackie, there's no dog. There's not only a dog, you can see its collar in the doorway.